Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we got a special guest joining us. Please welcome an absolute legend. He blew up the stand-up comedy scene on Def Comedy Jam and then took Hollywood by storm by starring in the blockbuster hit movies Friday, Money Talk, and the Rush Hour series. Y'all please welcome my good friend, comedian and actor and philanthropist, Chris Tucker.
How you doing, man?
Chris, what up, boy?
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm getting ready for my show tonight at the Fox Theater. Your boy from Decatur, where it's greater, gonna be in the Fox Theater tonight, man. I can't wait, man. I'm home, and ain't nothing like being home, man.
We are so happy to have you on this morning, and the fans been loving the Legend Tour. What made you decide to get back out there, get back on the road?
Man, I never stopped doing stand-up, man. That's one thing I'm glad I never stopped doing. When I was doing the movies, stuff, that kind of, you'd be too tired to go to comedy clubs after filming a movie and stuff. But all these years when I wasn't filming, I was still going and popping into the comedy clubs, still doing comedy clubs, stuff like that, man. But this tour, the Chris Tucker, the Legend Tour, I did it started last year and finishing up this year. And we put this show on sale because everybody was complaining because I didn't have Atlanta on the tour. So I made sure, and that wasn't my fault. So I made sure that we put it on there, man, and it's on. But I love it, man. Being a stand-up comic, that helps you get to the movies. That helps you, with everything. So, and it's the real you. When you play in a movie, you're playing characters, but on stage, stand-up is me. So it's great, man.
Man, we are so proud of you, man. And I have to ask you, about. I know you got to be excited about not only coming back to your hometown, but doing the Fox Theater. We went there last time we were there. We went there to see what Gary the Wiz.
The Wiz, Candy and Wiz.
I did it from the stage, but I never sat in the audience at the Fox. That place is huge, man. This is a big deal, Chris. Going from your own comedy club right there on Peachtree to the Fox Theater. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, man, I started at the Comedy Act Theater. The Comedy Act Theater on Peach Street. I was an amateur, then became a regular in 1991. As soon as I graduated from high school in 1991, I was in the comedy club. That club opened up, man. I tell you how God opened up doors for you. And then, I was right there, started hosting talent shows in high school. So, it's a big deal. I used to go down to the Fox. I saw Damon Wayans at the Fox Theater, and I was all the way, I had a seat all the way up in the balcony, came down right when he got to end his show, and I grabbed his hand on the side of the stage and said, man, one day I'm going to be like you. And I know he don't remember that, man, but I'm telling you, man, stuff you say, you just don't know. It comes true when you believe it. And so every time I play the Fox Theater, I think about seeing Damon Wayans there. And I think about, the Comedy Act Theater when it opened up in 1990, and I was an amateur, and then I moved to L.A. in 1992. So it's a lot of history, man, all the way from Decatur where it's greater, man. So it's awesome.
Yes,
come on now, you better say it. Hey, Chris, Special K, man, would you say that comedy, stand-up comedy with the current state that we're in and the internet and all that kind of stuff going on and the controversies and all that, is stand-up comedy still just fun to you?
Yeah, man, it's fun because I realize that everybody, trying to do their thing and all that stuff, but it's always, we was raised, like at Rickey, we was raised from Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Robin Harris. Just be funny, man. Be funny and have everybody laughing. So that's what I always go about. Just keep it in like that, going to the movies, seeing Stir Crazy and seeing 48 Hours, and just couldn't wait to see Eddie come on the screen, and then watching Raw. And all that stuff. It always go back to, are you funny? And can you make people laugh? And can you get them in the seats in the movie theater? So that's what it's about, man. It ain't about all that other stuff.
So, Chris, speaking of being funny, now, would you say there's a difference between being funny on the stage compared to being funny on the big screen?
Yeah, because it's a different type of art form. You got it, because on stage you can go broad. You can, it's you. But when you're playing a character, you got to go deep into that character. It's a whole nother level, a whole nother gear. When I did Fridays, I had to tone it down from Def Jam and from my tour shows. I had to tone it down. When I did Rush Hour, I had to tone it down because you got serious scenes, you got serious moments, you got funny moments. So you got to be prepared, you got to be ready. You got to have that gear in you. It's a lot of gear.
Yeah. I just remember some of my best remembers you when I would do shows and somebody was like, hey, you know Chris Tucker sitting back there in your dressing room. I'm like, hey, Brett, I said, Chris, remember the time we was in Montgomery, Chris? I said, I'm going to do a joke. So I went out there on the stage acting like I was hating on Chris. I was saying, man, Chris Tucker. And then he walked out on the stage, and the audience went crazy. Hey, Chris, you remember you came down those steps, man? Everybody was just going crazy that time.
I remember, man. Yeah, I'll show up in a minute to somebody's show, man, because I love comedy, man, being around it, man. But, yeah, I remember that.
Hey, Chris, you know, you've been in the game for so long, like decades, and with that comes a whole lot of wisdom. There are a lot of young comedians who look up to you, who admire you, who are trying to emulate the success that you've had. What would you say is the biggest life lesson that you've learned at this point in your life?
You know, just don't forget what got you there. You know, when I found out my passion, I was like in the 10th grade. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do at Columbia High School, Decatur, Columbia, U.S. grader.
Hey,
I was like,
better say it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, Columbia, baby, Columbia Drive. So I was like trying to figure out what I was going to do because I didn't want to let my mama down. I had my dad and all that stuff. So I was like, I ain't going to college. I'm barely getting out of high school. So I know I ain't doing that. Let me figure something out. I ain't going to the Marines. They get up too early at the Marines. I'm going to go to school on time. So then I went to the principal office and she was one of the secretaries was over the talent show and they was paying $30. I wanted that $30. I was already making people laugh in school, and I told my first joke in high school, and I said, this is what I'm going to do. And so once I found that passion, I was already rich. I was already wealthy. Yes. I was already, because I didn't tell a lot of people what I was going to do. I just was straight, like as soon as I graduated, I'm going straight to the comedy club. And I told you the Comedy Act Theater opened up right in 1990 when I graduated. It was like God opened that door. So that's your true wealth, when you find out what you enjoy doing and what you work hard at. Because they say if you work on something, it seems like you're not working. That's a blessing. So yeah, don't ever forget your passion and whatever you do. If it's drawing, painting, writing, or whatever, that's your wealth. Don't ever let that go, and you'll be rich forever.
Right. Hey, Chris, are you doing a comedy special?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this into probably a movie or a comedy special, something like that, because it came together good. It's coming together good, and so I'm looking forward to doing something like that.
If you need some help, me and Special K, we do a little side job. We'll help you, man. We'll help you, bro. We just love you so much.
Help, all right? I'm calling on you for sure.
I got you.
Hey, listen, man. We Atlanta tonight. Everybody in the ATL. If you in Atlanta, if you in Macon, Georgia, if you in Birmingham, if you in Augusta, surrounding areas. Hey, if you ain't got nothing to do, or whatever, even if you have something to do, put it to the side. Go to the Fox Theater tonight. And if you want people to check out more upcoming shows and dates, where should they go, Chris, to find out your other dates?
Well, this was the last show because we made sure I had to do my hometown. Then I'm going out of the country, so I'll be in Dubai and all over those places like that. But yeah, come see me over there too. Come on, come on.
Y'all make sure y'all follow Chris. Hey, Chris, man, we love you, proud of you. Thank you for all that
love
you have.
Man.
Yeah, love you, man. For real.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Special K, Gary, the Brat. Love y'all, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Sir.
Love you too, baby.
Yes, sir, man. Oh, man.
Right,
what a damn pleasure to have you on the show this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Chris Tucker.